I was born and raised in Jackson, Michigan.
I was born in Togo, Africa.
I just turned 13 years old. I was having some struggles with my family, being in and out of foster care, my parents disappearing for long periods of time. I was going to the Jackson County Fair, and he approached me. He didn't seem threatening at all.
I came to the United States with a family friend. His name is Kojo Jean-Claude Toviave. He promised my parents that he's going to give me a great education and a better opportunity here in the U.S. I was 7 years old when he brought me here.
He gave me $20 and he dropped me off in front of the Sheridan Inn downtown, and he told me that if I wanted to be with him, that I would be sitting in front of that bus stop in 1 hour. And if I didn't, there was $20, go back to the fair, have a nice life, and I would never see him again. And because of all the abandonment issues that I already experienced, when he said he wasn't going to come back, I sat there for that whole hour thinking that I had did something wrong and he didn't want me. And so when he showed up an hour later, I felt relieved, so I left with him.
We were put into second grade. During the weekend, that's where things is completely different. He would take me and one other child. We would go to someone's house, fix cars, clean houses, paint, and we would never see the money or see any of that labor that we just did. Everything goes to him. And if we don't do things correct, we get beaten to the point where we can walk, we can write, we can eat, we can sit.
There was a lot of brainwashing going on, and I believe that this person was the only one that cared about me. But again, that was the only person that ever stayed. My parents even left and he didn't. And like what he wanted me to do, it was like, as long as he's not going to leave, I'm okay with it. I shared my story, and they go, "Oh, well, you were trafficked." No, I wasn't. I was hoeing, or I was prostituting. I understood that language, but I didn't understand human trafficking.
We were told not to trust anybody. Nobody. He told us that if we ever tell anybody who we are, what we do, we'll be deported. And we will never see our families again. As much as I want to tell somebody what's happening, I just couldn't. I was scared. Very, very scared.
Later on, at 38 years old, I did not know how to pay bills. I didn't know how to take care of children, even though I had already had 3. I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to do any of those things because I was dependent on somebody else doing them, and that's one way that they kept control.
When I met one of my wonderful 5th grade teachers, even though I'm not screaming saying help me, they can tell that I need help because they see the signs. And they start to ask questions. And the first time I said something, the Department of Human Service came to the school. They interviewed us. They went behind me and talked to Kojo. While they did that, what they didn't know is that things got even worse. I was put I was locked up in a room, no food. I was starved for like 2 days. I was beaten with a belt because I opened my mouth and I said something. That was the worst day I could remember. That beating just elevated me to do more, to advocate for myself. Because at that point I knew something's not right. During that period of time, the University of Michigan Human Trafficking, meaning Bridget and her team of lawyers, they come and rescue us and start to do paperwork for us and everything that we need to be documented so we can stay in the U.S.
I ended up going to prison. because of the lifestyle I was living. When I got out of prison, I had never held a job. I stayed clean off drugs, and then I became a peer support specialist. And it was using my lived experience to be able to help other people. And so now I go around the state and I do trainings for individuals that want to be certified as recovery coaches, peer support specialists. I do a lot in human trafficking and justice involvement. It's impacting people's lives. So I love what I do.
I came to the U.S. to get education. I did. I graduated from college, and I couldn't be any happier. I accomplished that. Even my dad, my biological father, is not alive to see me or, hear about it. But I know he's like in heaven, smiling down at me that I accomplished the goal that we both have together. The goal that he had for me, and I accomplished it.